Hey, what's up everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day. Today I'm going to attempt to try my hand at developing my own color film at home. I've got some Portrait 800 here from Kodak that I shot at a wedding as a guest, just kind of around candid stuff, and then some C41 process Fuji 400 speed film from a instant camera. Basically, I bought the Cinestill starter kit, which comes with the TCS 1000, which is back here behind me. It's essentially a sous vide that has some built-in features for developing film, timers, and specific temperature settings for that. So it also comes with some of their chemicals, which are a simplified version, which makes it a little easier to develop. Some instructions, which are very small. I don't even know what I did with them. They're somewhere in here in my office. So I'm gonna get the TCS 1000 heated up. I've got water in this tub to manage the temperature. I'm gonna mix some chemicals up per the instructions and crack open these canisters in the dark bag. We'll see how that goes. It's been a while since I've done that. Last time I shredded my finger pretty good. So yeah, let's jump in and see what we can do today. So normally I would open these with a church key, kind of like a bottle opener style thing that you can kind of press into the can and pop the back off of these with. I lost mine somewhere in the moves, so I have the Toxic Masculinity man card here. It should be able to just press into here with the mustache like a bottle and then pop this open, but I'm gonna need to do that in my dark bag, and I gotta dig out my reels and load them up. I got a couple new reels as well. All right, well that was a chore because I am definitely out of practice putting film on reels in a dark bag. One reason why we use the dark bag is because the film is exposed from your camera, but it's still light sensitive. So the process of developing is getting it to basically not be light sensitive anymore and to be able to scan it into the computer. Both rolls of film are in this Jobo Unitank. It's completely light proof because the hole in here goes down into a black spindle and the water fills up from underneath, so no light can get in there. So now we're totally fine to work in the light. Dark bags on the ground, shells of the film things are going to get thrown away. Time to preheat this and bust out the chemicals and start mixing. Alright, so the instructions on mixing the color developer bath say place 600 to 700 milliliters of water into a glass or plastic pitcher. They recommend about 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius. So I've actually got the TCS 1000 circulating water, getting it to about 102 because that's the developing temperature that I'm going to be using. So here we have the color developer bath 1 here. So we're going to add that to this water. So we can't spill it everywhere. I did not tear that very well, so I'm going to use my scissors. Let's see if that works better. I don't believe that worked at all. Oh, the fuck? Just chop off the corner here. Okay, double checking. Packet marked color developer. Stir well. Oh. Okay, throw this away. It says to add the rest up to 1,000 milliliters. I'm gonna actually transfer these. Back into here. Because this one only goes to 900 for some reason. So Adding the more water helped. Make sure it's very well mixed. Okay, this developer bath is now pretty much mixed. We have got to top it off all the way to make 1,000 milliliters completely. So we'll take this guy, warm water, top it off to 1,000. Perfect. Put this back in there to stay warm. Give it one more mix here. Great. All right. Store the mixing solution in a tightly capped, completely filled storage container. Should last 2 to 6 weeks. So we'll use this one. Nothing in there. Brand new Cinestill branded bottles. Pretty fun. We'll pour this in here so we can't make a mess. Wonderful. We'll cap this guy. Awesome. So because I'm the most forgetful person on planet Earth, I will never remember which one of these containers has developer or bleach fixer. So I'm going to take this green tape, just going to stick it right on the top of the lid here, and just write Dev on it so I can remember. And the date so I know when I mixed it. It's the 13th. So what's really cool is these Cinestill bottles fit right into this holder here, and it should just slide in there and stay warm. Still waiting for this to cool down a little bit too. It's about 108 and I would like it to get down to 102. Alright, so second part is mixing the bleach and fix bath. 600 to 700 milliliters of water. Circulating, add the contents of packet marked Part A, which is this one. I'm not even going to bother with trying to tear this packet again. Oh, this one's on this side. That might actually work nicely. Maybe the other one had that too and I'm just an idiot. Alright. Get it agitating. Spin it around. Part A, pour in. Very ammonia smelling. Stir that. Alright. It says add the contents. Pour the solution into a 1,000 milliliter bottle. Okay. And whew, definitely ammonia smelling. To a 1,000 milliliter bottle, add the contents of the packet marked Part B. Combining creates an endothermic reaction. About 5 minutes. Throw that packet away. I'm going to take packet B. I'm just going to cut the corner off so it doesn't tear this whole thing open. That way I just have a nice pouring corner. So, let's see. Pour the solution back and forth between the pitcher and the bottle. While circulating, top off the solution to make 1,000 milliliters. Okay. Don't smell your chemicals, friends. Everyone knows that. And it's still strong. Pour this bad boy in here. Oh, it's fizzing. Oh yeah. Super fizzy. It's like tomato juice. The ammonia smell seems to have dissipated adding the second packet. I definitely got something in a cut on my finger that does not feel very well. The Alka-Seltzer reaction, endothermic reaction, has dissipated. Still a few chunks in there. We're going to keep pouring it back and forth. It says to do this for about 5 minutes. Or maybe that the reaction lasts about 5 minutes. I don't fucking know. Blood red. Yeah, that hurts. Give it a good stir here. And I will pull this one out. It is 100 degrees. Give this a bump to 1,000 milliliters, diluting it a little more. Perfect. I'm gonna set these back here. Okay, so we got our 1,000 milliliters of bleach and fixer combination, which is super neat. Put that there. Got our lid here. Throw that on. We're gonna mark it with our tape again. Tore that very poorly the last time. Make sure that's focused on my elbow again because it was poking out. Now this tape sucks. Alright, throw that on there. Go ahead and mark that as fix. And the date as well. And we'll plop it in here for temperature control. Okay, so all the chemicals are mixed. They're in the tank, keeping warm. So the TCS 1000 has timers built into it for all of the steps, but I also have this darkroom timer from Massive Dev Chart. There's a black and white one and there's a color version. They actually have the Cinestill C41 kit in here, so I'm going to use that as well, just in case I screw up the timer on this. I'm not screwing up the development times, but this should just tell me when to do all this stuff. So going on off of the instructions, there's a pre-soak optional, developer for 3.5 minutes at 39C, which we're at, and then bleach and fix for 8 minutes, agitate for the first 10 seconds, then 4 agitations every 30 seconds thereafter, wash, running water, empty the tank 7 times, and then I don't have any photo flow, but I do have film cleaner, which is basically the same thing. It's just like alcohol, just to get the spots off. And then I have a film squeegee for that purpose that I just cleaned. So let's see if we can't develop some film and figure out what's on there. Ready to go. Timer is here. First step, developer, 39C. Pull it off of here. Drinking water. Okay, here we go. Whoops. Dripping water on everything. It says press the CS button for 2 seconds to start the process timers as you hear the 4 beeps and begin agitation. So okay. it in there, keep it warm. So we're keeping the tank in the water to keep the chemicals at the right temperature, so it's not just sitting out in this cold basement getting cold. So the timer just went off. It's going to give me 30 seconds to change this chemical out. Definitely a lot lighter than it was. Okay, so the second timer started, as you heard up there. I just started this one just as a backup. It says 7:30 left. Set it in there. This is an 8-minute process. We're down to 7:19 on the Cinestill and 7:30 on the phone. I started the phone after after I finished pouring the chemicals, and that had started on its own. It gives you 30 seconds to change out chemicals. Oh God. I just ruined all this film, I think. I don't know what I poured in there, but it wasn't Fixer. Let's see here. Stop. Alright, so I don't know what we just did there. We will see. So now I've got the Fixer in there. I definitely poured the wrong developer, or I poured the developer in again, like an asshole. Ooh. Hopefully this turns out. I may have left it in the developer too long, so it may have just been like an extra push of the chemicals. We'll see. I don't know. So I'm going to continue to do this process, lifting every 30 seconds, agitating for another 6 minutes or so, and then we'll wash the film for a few minutes and see what we got. So my Fixer just popped the lid off this tank. I don't know why that's a thing. So we'll fill it back up and clean up the mess. That was really interesting. Wonder if it's a temperature thing or chemical reaction thing causes that gas buildup in that tank. So we just finished the fixing session. The top actually popped off again after I turned off the camera. Gonna dump that out here. Super bizarre. We're gonna head into the bathroom and wash the film, and it doesn't need a stabilizer because modern film has like that stuff all built into it. So I'll take my film cleaner, anti-static film cleaner, and a bunch of water. So now that the fixing process is done, we're gonna rinse the film, pop the lid off. It's not light sensitive anymore, so we can take that off. and just run some water on that. It says about 7 times, so we'll see if I ruin this film by at least pushing it a stop. Actually, it may have been good for the disposable camera that was really old. Okay, now that the rinse is done, it's a moment of truth here. I see something on the portrait at least. Let's see. This is the instant camera. Oh, looks like we did something here. Wow. I don't know how old this is. Wild. Well, we'll get some of that water off. And take one of these clips. So I use a hanger and I just hang it in my bathtub high enough that little kitty can't get it. Because she likes to fuck up my film developing. Well, there's one. We'll hang it over here so it doesn't touch the walls. And roll number 2. Look at that. I see images, so we did something right. Alright, so while that film is in the bathroom drying, I'm going to set up this old Windows XP PC and my film scanner and get these things digitized. Okay, so I have my Kodak Pacon or Pacon, I'm not exactly sure, scanner set up here. Have an old Dell Dimension 9100 that this thing used to scream, but now it's just a scanner computer because this bad boy cannot run on anything newer than Windows XP. So I literally keep this whole PC around just for doing this. I haven't used it in a while since we moved to this house, so it's been like a year and a half at least. It wasn't recognizing when I first plugged it in. However, you have to have it plugged into the same USB port that you installed the drivers on, I think. I moved some stuff around and now we're good. It looks like it's in idle mode, so I'm going to find frame 1, which is at the other end, because that has the tape on it. About to load a roll of film in here, so some dust in there. Start a new roll, which add a roll from scanner, C41, so just neg. Number of strips, single, roll ID, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sure. Hit OK. So it's gonna warm up. It says preparing to scan. So the orange means wait. It's flashing orange here. Now it's got green. So it's starting to pull on the little teeth are going. So the DX code goes up. This is frame 0, DX code up. So you just set it in there and slowly feed it in until it grabs. It grabbed, okay. And then I usually have like a little something nice for the film to sit in. I don't have that right now. I locked the cat out of the room because she tends to like to grab a hold of the film because it's a fun little toy. But it's gonna scan really quick and then we'll see what we get. So overall, pretty pumped on what we got here. I'm gonna scan that other roll and then dig up a thumb drive to pull them off of this machine somehow because it's super old. And yeah, I'll throw up some of the images at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. So I'm sitting here copying over this roll of film, the agony of USB 2.0. These are not large images. This is not a super high detailed scanner. It's like 6 minutes in 3 minutes remaining. The time is going up. It's insane. Just be glad we are not on this technology anymore. So anyways, start the second roll here, because holy moly.